Hi guys, it is Friday. Wait, let me set you here. Oh my god, my hair. It is Friday. I'm really bad at doing anything uni related on a Friday. To me, when you wake up on a Friday, it's the weekend. If I ever get a job, like a Monday to Friday job, it's really gonna hit me like a ton of bricks when I have to actually get up and go to work on a Friday. Let me fill you in on what I got to do today. I don't know if I should be sharing this because I feel like it is one of Leeds' best kept secrets. Oh, should I say it? Okay, I'm gonna tell you. It's only applicable actually if you go to Leeds Beckett University, so actually is it? I don't know. Maybe anyone can go. Oh fuck, maybe I shouldn't be sharing this. Anyway, so obviously Leeds Beckett is a very like sporty uni. They've got a lot of physiotherapists, a lot of sports therapists, sports science students, like all these different courses, and all these people are have to train in sports therapy and like massage therapy. So because of that, they always need people to practice on, so you can get free sports massages whenever you want. Well, I say whenever you want, like as long as there's space. I'm gonna make it part of my Friday morning ritual. This is my new thing. I think it's meant to be more for like if you've got injuries or something. I don't really know. I don't have any injuries. I was just like, massage me please. But it was really good. And yeah, I've decided this is gonna be a weekly occurrence. I'm gonna get up at 7:30, go to the gym, come back, shower, make a protein shake, and then walk to my sports massage. So yeah, that's all I've done today, to be honest. And then when I came back, I did a little bit of a shop and made a nice brunchy, lunchy, avocado, scrambled tofu on toast kind of situation. And I got really tired. This is the thing about getting up early. It hits like 1 o'clock and you're like, I could do with a bit of a nap, to be honest. Anyway, I have this like, you can't, it doesn't look huge on camera, but it feels huge on my face. Like it's like under the skin and quite sore. And basically I didn't bring all of my skincare bits from Belfast because in my head I thought I had everything I needed here. Like I thought I had doubles of everything. Turns out I don't, and I don't have any like spot treatments. So I'm gonna go to Superdrug now and get something. I think I'm just gonna get tea tree oil. I might get the acne side stuff, like the benzoyl peroxide stuff. I don't know, I might just stick with tea tree oil and see how I go. I decided I'm gonna do a weekend vlog this weekend. I'm gonna document this weekend of trying to be sober. Actually, okay, let's discuss what a sober weekend. Let's discuss what a sober weekend means to me when I say that. When I say a sober weekend, I don't mean not having a sip of alcohol. I mean not getting drunk. So maybe, you know, let's just establish that as my definition. I'm thinking of taking myself on a solo cinema trip tonight. Because I've got 3 movies on my list that I want to watch in the cinema. Don't Worry Darling, Elvis, Where the Crawdads Sing. Still haven't seen that. Read the book last summer. It's incredible. So yeah, I really want to see the movie, and for some reason I still haven't seen any of them. So I was thinking, should I just go on my own? I think I'm going to. I am actually planning on going out for dinner tomorrow, which probably will involve like a cocktail or 2, but I'm fine with that as long as it means tucked up in bed for 12 o'clock and up early the next morning. Then I'm so fine with that. Yeah, come along with me for my semi-sober weekend. Right, I'm back from Superdrug. Didn't get very much, but I'll give you a little mini haul. We've got the CeraVe Salicylic Acid Smoothing Cleanser. I was using this twice a day back home. I think it was just drying out my skin too much now that I look back on it. Like I didn't think it was at the time, but now that I'm not using it twice a day, I've noticed a difference in how moisturized my skin actually is. So I think I'm just gonna stick to using this maybe once a day or like once every other day when I feel like I need it. And then I just got some tea tree oil because it's 100% tea tree oil. You're not supposed to put it directly on your skin, especially if you have sensitive skin. Do not do that. What I do is put on my skincare. So I've just put on moisturizer and an oil, and then I'll put this on over that. If I was to put this straight on like dry skin, you know, honestly, you get such a bad reaction to it. Your skin almost like crisps off from how dry and weird it goes. So yeah, make sure you don't do that. But I literally just go like this on my fingertip and then rub it in. Hopefully that does the job. This is also really good like for your airways. I need that right now. You can hear it in my voice, can't you? I was so sick on Wednesday. I think I got like freshers flu or something, which I don't even know how it's possible because I literally haven't been out. But I suppose when like loads of new people come to a new place, it's kind of evident you're gonna get sick, isn't it? But yeah, I was completely bedbound for all of Wednesday. I was at dance on Tuesday night, and then I started feeling really tired and like a bit dizzy and just like a bit sicky, but I was like, nah, this is normal, like this is what happens when you do 3 hours of dance back to back. I'm obviously gonna get tired and dizzy, like I haven't eaten. And then I got home and I was like, no, I actually feel really sick. And then I woke up, throat closed over, nose closed over, sweating, like, oh, it was horrible. I just was like, if I don't take this one day off and just let myself be sick and let myself recover, I'm gonna feel sick for the next week. So I literally just gave myself the day to do absolutely nothing. Watched Married at First Sight, which is so good, by the way. Yeah, just drank loads of lamb sip and soup and got a Chinese takeaway for dinner. If you're in Leeds, please try it. Wowin vegan Chinese. It is so good. Oh yeah, this is the other thing I got for my hair, because I always need to spray it to refresh the curls. I was meant to be recording my podcast this afternoon. I don't think any of my flatmates are in, so it would be a good time to do it, but I don't know if I'm in the mood right now. I have this saying of my podcast where I have to be on top form. It sounds really bad, and I don't think that you have to be on top form all the time. Like, I'm not one of those people that thinks like everyone needs to be on top form all the time, and like on social media you can only be your best self. I'm really not that kind of person, and I think I try to show that I'm not like that all the time on my other platforms. But I just have this thing with my podcast where podcasts to me are something that I want to listen to be entertaining, to motivate me, to cheer me up on a bad day, to start my day off on my morning walk, whatever it is. They're there to be like, you know what I mean, uplifting and entertaining. And you know, it doesn't always need to be something revolutionary that you're talking about. I don't mean that. It's just that I personally wouldn't want to tune into a podcast of someone that was like just being a bit, if I even feel like the slightest bit off, I'm just like, no, I'm not doing it today. I guess it also kind of depends what I'm talking about. Like, this week's episode is learning to accept yourself, and I feel like when you're talking about subjects similar to that kind of thing, you know, where you are talking about like deep issues and not trying to inspire people, because you don't do things with that intention, but you want to be a source of like positivity when you're talking about stuff like that, I guess. And I think if you're not in the right headspace to talk about those things, then it'll come across. Yeah, fuck it, I'm not doing that today. It's 4 o'clock, I've got an hour until my favourite cafe closes, so I'm gonna pop there and force myself to read a journal article for uni, because I haven't done any reading yet. Look at my dinner. Sorry, how good does that look? It was my leftovers from Wednesday. I got vegan salted chili chicken and chips, and then I just fried my own pepper there to add to it so I could beef it up a little bit and add some vegetables. Bit of a rogue one of me to bring my dinner to my bedroom. I'm really gonna regret it when it smells like curry in here. I've made the consecutive decision not to go to the cinema tonight. Elvis and Where the Crawdads Sing aren't on in the cinema anymore. Apparently I'm too late, so it's just don't worry, darling. And then I was looking at the times and I was like, realistically, I'm not going to be able to make it until the 8:15 sitting. It's 2 hours long, which means 10:15, gotta get the bus home, not gonna be back in my bed till 11. It takes me like an hour to decompress when I've been out doing something. I need an hour, or like half an hour to an hour of like relaxing, listening to a podcast, watching like a soothing, calming video, just doing something that like chills me out, you know, reading or something like that. And yeah, I kind of just want to be asleep by 11, to be honest. Tonight is a night for leftover Chinese and the new Kardashians. Words cannot describe how good this is. Just look at that. She's so beautiful. It is not even 8 o'clock yet, and I am in my dressing gown in bed with a face mask, and I couldn't be happier about it. Look, this is my setup. The Kardashians are ready to go. I've watched the first 2 episodes, but I haven't seen this 3rd one. I cannot wait to watch this. I just booked into a yoga class for Sunday morning at this yoga studio quite near my house to prevent me from getting drunk at dinner on Saturday, because I'll know I have to get up for that. Good life hack. I did that quite a lot of times in Belfast there recently. I would just book into a yoga class for a Saturday or Sunday morning, and then if anyone tried to make plans with me, I'd be like, yeah, I can do something, but I can't be out late because I've got this the next day. I'm gonna watch the Kardashians and maybe start my new book. I downloaded How to Kill Your Family on my Kindle, so I'm gonna get started with that, I think, because I feel like I haven't read in ages. I think I've read the tiniest bit since I've been in Leeds. and I miss it. I'll see you tomorrow morning. This guy just came to fix our boiler and now our electric's gone, so that's good. You know when workmen come to fix something and then something fucks up and then they're like, oh yeah, it wasn't my fault though, I was just here to fix that, like you need an electrician now, and you're just like I'm pretty sure everything was fine before, but thanks. The volcano on my face has erupted. Got a big fat pop out of it yesterday. It was one of those ridiculous ones as well where it literally shoots out and lands on the mirror and you're like, too much info, I'm sorry. Oh, I got such a good sleep last night. I'm so happy I didn't do anything and I just stayed in bed and I started my new book. I watched the Kardashians and I listened to a podcast and I was literally fast asleep by 11. Woke up at 7:30 and went to the gym this morning. Yeah, and I've just been having a nice morning. Nice long shower. I was on FaceTime with my boyfriend there and he thought it was so weird. He could see this big bottle of baby oil and he was like, why the fuck do you have a big bottle of baby oil? When I get out of the shower, while my body's still wet, I put baby oil all over me and it makes your skin so soft. It's like way better than using a moisturizer because it locks in all that water and moisture. If you haven't tried it, give it a go, especially if you have really dry skin like me. I'll quickly show you what I'm putting in my hair. Nothing really changes with my hair. I feel like once I find products that I like and that work with my hair, I find it really hard to branch out because I don't want to try something new and it not work with my hair and then I have a shit hair week. Do you know what I mean? At least if you try something new with your makeup, you can either take it off and start again or else just have a one bad makeup day. But with your hair, it's a bit different. Like, I don't wash my hair for another 7 to 10 days after that, so it's risky business. But yeah, I'm using the Umberto Giannini Banana Butter Leave-In Conditioner. And let me let you in on a little, let's call it a life hack, but it's more just, it's just a little story about me and my shift in mindset, shall we say. So basically, I used to be one of those girls, you know, those girls in school and they were just always tired. I was that bitch. Like, I was that one that was awake until 3-4 a.m. every night, like binge watching YouTube, just doing who knows what, literally who knows what I was doing. And then I would wake up, like my parents would have to drag me out of bed. They would come in several times screaming at me to get up. My dad would rip the covers off of me and then I started sleeping naked so that I could be like, you can't rip the covers off me, I'm naked under here. Basically it was impossible to get me out of bed in the morning and go to school. But eventually when I did get up and go, then I was just tired all day. I'd be like falling asleep in class. And like, I did well in school, but I was just like constantly tired. When I got to sixth form and I had free periods and stuff, I would literally lie on the little sofas on the rack and try and curl up into a ball and go to sleep. And then it was so stupid because I would come home, like I'd always have dance after school, so I'd go to dance or ballet or whatever, come home and then nap and then have my dinner and then I'd be awake the whole night. It didn't make any sense. Anyway, as I got older and started like having a job and having to get up at a certain time for my job and like not wanting to be not on form, especially when I was working as a makeup artist, like the last thing you want is to literally be so tired that you're not creative and you're not in the right headspace and you can't talk to your clients, stuff like that. So I started prioritizing sleep more because I needed to. I'm using the Umberto Giannini Curl Whip Mousse now. Go like this from the top and rake it through. Oh yeah, so then let's say, I think it was a year, maybe a year and a half ago, I read Why We Sleep by Matthew Walker. He is a scientist, researcher, whatever, I don't know. But he has basically dedicated his whole career to researching sleep and its impact on us as humans and everything in life. I read it, highly recommend. It is still to this day one of my favourite non-fiction books that I've ever read because it's all so informative but also it's very digestible. I don't think that because it's written by a scientist it's going to be out of your depth or anything, because honestly if I can read that book, I'm telling you, you can as well. After I read that and I listened, if you don't want to read it, he's on a few podcasts. I think he's on Joe Rogan's. He's on, what do you call that guy from Radio 1? I can't remember. Anyway, just look at Matthew Walker on Spotify and you'll see he's on a few podcasts and just listen to him and what he has to say. And ever since I read that book and listened to his podcasts, I have just done a full 180. Like, I prioritize sleep over absolutely everything now.
which is what you should do, I think, because it has a knock-on effect on absolutely everything else in your life. One thing he mentioned in the book that really resonated with me, I think because I hate alarms so much, and I hate how much they like scare you and you jump out of bed, and like it's just, oh, I just hate alarms, honestly. They're so traumatic. So one thing he said was like, it's so crazy how we rely on these alarms to like wake us up every day and send us into like fight or flight mode as soon as we wake up. Like they send your cortisol levels through the roof, and that's the first thing you wake up to. And he was like, it would be way better for us to set an alarm at night as a reminder to go to bed, so that you don't have to set an alarm in the morning, and you'll still get your 7 to 9 hour sleep, whatever is optimal for you. You'll still get that sleep without having to set an alarm. And I was like, sorry, he could be onto something here. So now what I do is I look at my calendar, diary, whatever it is, for the next day, see what time I need to be up at, or what time I want to get up at, you know, if I want to do this before I need to be here, whatever it is. See what time I'm planning on getting up at, and then I work out. Depends on the night. My optimal, how you find out your optimal sleep time is if you don't have any alarm set for like days in a row, and you work out how much you'll naturally sleep in that time. For me, mine's 8.5 hours, 8.5. For some people it's 7, for some people it's 9. I will work out what is 9 hours before that, and I have to be in bed between like 9.5, 9 hours before that. And then the second it hits, like if I don't just go straight to sleep, say I'm on my phone, say I'm watching something, reading a book, whatever it is, whatever I'm doing, the second it hits, like whenever it's going to be 8.5 hours before I wake up, everything goes off. And it doesn't matter if I don't fall asleep right there and then. I just have to like be in a dark room with my eyes closed. Well, I can sleep with a little lamp on, but yeah, that's how I sleep now. And it's honestly, it's changed my life. I'm not even joking. I also no longer sacrifice sleep for the sake of something that is not necessary. For example, I know there's times you have to get up and you might not have got enough sleep for work or for uni, for class, and there are times you just do have to get up, and then you can take it as a lesson that you need to be more prepared the next night and go to sleep earlier then, or do you have more of a wind down routine. But for example, like this morning, I wanted to get up early and go to the gym, and I did do that. But if, for example, I wasn't able to get to sleep at the right time last night, and I would have been giving myself 7 or 6 hours sleep by getting up early to go to the gym, I will not do that anymore. I will let myself just wake up when my body naturally wakes up, and you'll just be like such a better person. And you're just like, if you're constantly getting not enough sleep, you're basically always working on a suboptimal, am I making that up? I don't know. You're basically always like at a lower level of your best self, but you don't realize it because you're just always tired. Even if you don't think you're tired, you're always like, do you know what I mean? So I'm using the Umberto Giannini More Than Moisture curl cream. Anyway, thanks for coming to my TED talk. I'd highly recommend you read that book or listen to his podcast and start to prioritize sleep, because honestly it is revolutionary when you do. It's really nice going to bed knowing that you're just gonna wake up at the time you need to wake up, not by an alarm. You know, you get to a point where you go to bed and you're confident that you don't need to set an alarm to get up for this thing that you have at 9 o'clock, because you know you're gonna get enough sleep to wake up naturally at 8 anyway, so you don't have to shock your body into jumping out of bed and being in fight or flight mode. It's incredible. Sorry, I know this is just being me rambling about sleep for way too long. Don't get me wrong, sometimes I fall into really bad sleeping patterns as well. Like, trust me, I know what it's like to be addicted to TikTok and be on your phone until stupid o'clock in the morning. I feel like I've been in a good routine of it recently, so I just thought I'd share. Anyway, I'm gonna go record my podcast now, so I'll speak to you guys later. Hello people, I've made myself a nice little matcha, and I've got some, how good, roasted and salted pistachios. These are so nice. I'm just about to get ready to go out for dinner. The Mexican place we wanted to go to, it's a place in Hyde Park called Lupe's. I've never been to it before, but I've heard lots of good reports. It's fully booked, of course. I don't know why I thought I'd be able to get a table for a Saturday night by bringing Saturday day. So I think we're gonna go for the Thai food at this place in Headingley called Zap. I've been to the Zap in town and the food was chef's kiss. Honestly, it was so nice. Also do really nice cocktails if you're in Leeds.
Highly recommend. They do a really nice spicy mango margarita, but it literally blows your socks off. I don't know if it's like this all the time or if this one was just particularly spicy, but I was sweating from the cocktail, which isn't really what you want from a cocktail. I'm not gonna lie, when you get like a spicy margarita, you just want a bit of a kick. You don't want to be sitting there like panting. Yeah, I'm gonna put some makeup on. I'm gonna make a little get ready with me TikTok. Oh, the electrician came. Everything's fixed, thankfully. I was able to blow dry my hair. Thank God. What have I done since I last seen you? I've just recorded my podcast. It took me so long. It is a long podcast to be fair. I've got an hour and 17 minutes of audio. I think because it was such a big topic, like talking about body image and self-acceptance and all these things, I was like stopping it very, very often and like taking a breath and like thinking about what I was gonna say next. I always have this idea in my head of like other podcasters, if they have like a 45-minute podcast, they probably sat down and got it done in like an hour. I don't know if that's true because I've never actually spoken to anyone and asked them. It could be completely wrong, but I swear it takes me like 3 hours minimum. That one just took me literally about 4 or 5 hours. I'm deciding on outfits. I like the double buckle together with this. However, I don't like that my whole midriff is exposed, and I'm going to be eating a lot of Thai food, which could be an issue. I could be bulging out of this. So I'm thinking a vest that comes down to like here under this, and then maybe a little like mini jumper over. Let me go grab those things. Right, I can't find the black vest that I am thinking of. All I can find is this one, and I feel like this is gonna be too bulky at the top and it'll look weird. It'll be like squishing at the sides, or else I've got a really like thin black bodysuit which could work, but then it's gonna cover the whole section. I'm gonna try the bodysuit on, see what it looks like. Okay, I actually kind of like how this is coming together. I did put on my little mini Uggs with leg warmers, and then I thought I looked a bit weird, so I've just switched to black Converse, but I'm not really sure about the shoe choice, to be honest. If I had like my knee-high boots with me or something, I'd probably wear them, but they're in Belfast. This is the final fit. I'll probably wear my trench coat. Actually, will I even? Okay, I'll wear my trench coat, come on, let me get it. It's like a big wearable sleeping bag. One of my favourite purchases. I got this in one of those like nice charity shops in Primrose Hill. It was worth every penny because it's like quilted on the inside. Can you see that? Oh, it's stunning. I recorded a TikTok on how I did this makeup, by the way, if you want to go check that out. But yeah, this is the final fit. She's a layering queen. Happy Sunday, my queens. It's like good morning, but it's definitely not the morning anymore. I went to my yoga class this morning at 10:30. It was so nice. It was in a place called We Are Wellness in Leeds. It was only like a 15-minute walk from me, which was really handy. I didn't really know what to expect, but it was such a lovely studio. And do you ever get when you have a yoga teacher and they're just such like a ray of light, like they just have the nicest energy ever, and you know when you walk in it's gonna be a nice experience. I would love to make a habit of that, of going every Saturday or Sunday. I just think it's a really nice way to start your day. Like, I don't know about anyone else, but I just feel like I constantly have about 1,000,002 things going on in my head at any given time, and yoga is kind of the only thing that is able to, like, well, I guess any kind of exercise, but yoga just really calms that all down for me. It makes me sit with my thoughts and like put them into perspective and then zone out and like join in. Does that make sense? I walked home, got a little Greg's vegan sausage roll on the walk home. It's honestly dangerous how close Greg's is to me. Yeah, I made myself a little protein smoothie. Frozen banana, frozen blueberries, peanut butter, whatever milk you want, some water, ice, a scoop of unflavoured protein, the My Vegan one. So good. Yeah, I just had a shower, chucking on some makeup, literally just gonna leave it at that. Oh my god, the Thai food last night was so nice. I took my boyfriend to the one in town before, and I got this vegan chicken tom yum with a side of noodles and put it into the noodles, so it's like a Thai ramen type of thing. I've honestly been thinking about it ever since I went that time. Like, I always crave this particular tom yum because they use the this isn't chicken, and it just works so well, and it's quite spicy. It really hits the spot. It's a very big bowl as well, so it's very filling. Like, you don't need a starter or side or dessert or anything. So I literally got the exact same thing, and I was so happy about it. It was just like everything I've been dreaming of. And I just got one cocktail. I got a Thai passion fruit mojito. It was delicious. Very proud of myself for sticking to the one cocktail. Actually, everyone at the table just had, well, it was only 3 of us, but we all just had one cocktail. No one was really that arsed, which was nice because there was no like pressure to drink anymore. Put my sheets in the wash. I literally love washing my sheets and doing a big clean at the weekend, and then just like starting my week fresh. Nothing fills me with more joy. But I did a big clean of the kitchen yesterday. I cleaned my bathroom yesterday, and then I've just washed my sheets. How nice is this fleece? I got this in TK Maxx. Was it last year or the year before? I think last year I got it in TK Maxx. It's so annoying when someone says I got something in TK Maxx because you can't go and get it, but the brand says Suit, but I've never heard of that brand before, and I tried looking it up online to see if they had any other nice things, and I literally couldn't find it. So sorry about that. It's literally getting so cold outside. I really like autumn and I don't mind the cold, but I hate when it's like freezing, where even when you're wearing your coat it's still cold and you can't get any heat into you. I'm gonna put on these little chunky silver hoops. I actually didn't have any chunky silver hoops, and I was thinking I really need some. And then Soul and Gold really kindly gifted me a few pairs from their new heavy metals collection. Ooh, they're cute. It's actually really cool as well. I've literally bought things 100 times from Soul and Gold. Like, they're one of my favorite jewelry brands. All of my little ear cuffs are from there, and then they sent me stuff. I was so happy. I'm gonna take myself off to a little cafe for the day. I need to edit that podcast I recorded yesterday and this video probably. Oh, should I give you a quick fit check? This is the outfit of the day. Got my little Marks and Spencer's fake mini Uggs. Did I just spit on the camera? I think I may have. Yeah, that's actually all I'm doing today. I'm just gonna spend the whole rest of the day in a cafe doing some editing, catching up on everything. And then I really want to cook myself a nice dinner. Usually I would go for a takeaway on a Sunday, but I feel like because I ate out last night, I'm quite happy to cook tonight. But I really don't know what to make. But yeah, that's it from me. I hope you enjoyed spending the weekend with me, sober, kind of, minus one cocktail. I feel like it doesn't count when you have one drink. Also, by the way, I'm not demonizing drinking whatsoever. I obviously like to drink sometimes. I just hate when it takes over my life and I get the worst hangovers ever. So I'm really trying to just, I don't know, reevaluate my relationship with alcohol, shall we say. It's really weird as well because when I'm at home I don't mind as much being hungover because I'll wake up with my boyfriend, my dogs will be there, my family are there. We all sit down and have a fry together, lounge on the sofa all day, literally not one bit guilty about not doing anything. Whereas there's something about being in your uni city hungover and like knowing that you have work to do and knowing that you have things to do and just lying in your own company in your bed. Like, there's something really grim about it. Okay, I'm gonna go make some lunch and then go to this cafe and get my work done. But thank you so much for watching. Bye!